What's up? It's Jesse Addy live from the Upper West Side. Katie Neal is in Brooklyn.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I've carefully positioned the camera so you can't see all the laundry I need to fold on my bed.
That's all. I can't even tell you. I got this. It's like this power. It's right. No, I guess I know how to point. Right there. It keeps opening. I don't know. It's things. And I got this picture, which is the subway. 72nd Street subway station. There, that's the tour.
Like a snowy day? That would be so nice to feel like that on a day like today.
Wouldn't it be nice? I know. It's amazing when it's like 5 degrees out. You're just like, oh, I wish it was.
Wish it was July.
And now it's like, heat index over 100, near 110 degrees in some places. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Everybody already jumping in. First comment of the day. Award goes to Linda Miller. Greetings to you both.
Hello, Linda.
Normally
Hello,
in our first spot, Sheila coming in second today. Sheila, it's Monday though. Sheila will step it up the rest of the week, I'm sure. So how was your weekend? What did you do this weekend, Katie Neal?
It was good. I drove down to South Jersey to try and beat the heat and hung out at a little lake house and, just socially distanced and tried to cool off. But it was like everywhere you were, even a body of water was not cool enough to cool you down.
Yeah, I feel like our AC, especially today, is having a hard time keeping up. But we didn't do much. Basically, I was supposed to on Saturday meet up with Kelly Ford, but I want to do the social distance barbecue out in the backyard thing. So it was like 1,000,000 degrees. So we're gonna.
It's like no, I don't want to be out. I don't want to be outside. I don't want to see you that bad.
I know, which is funny because I think if I yelled out my window, Kelly could hear me and vice versa. Yeah, no, I don't know if I could see her because there is one building. We're like 3 blocks away. So it's.
I would like for you guys to test that out.
Hello. That sounds like that's a bit that's going to happen probably on the morning show. Today on the radio, by the way, we did just grab one Katie Neal fresh from the radio while she's doing commercial-free Monday hosting. So all day until your phone says Tuesday, we're going to be commercial-free. So lots of requests, lots of chances for you to get songs on the radio too.
Crank up the AC and the tunes.
There's nothing there's nothing else to do. So just turn this on. All right. As soon as we're done here, boom, back on the radio listening to the amazing Katie Neal. Now, the question is, what's the deal with the heat? This is actually the first heat wave we've had all year, which I'm like, it kind of feels like it's been a pretty warm summer, but a heat wave, the time to go to school, is when we have temperatures over 90 degrees 3 days in a row. And obviously we've had that now and heat index over 100. So
I can't believe that's the first time we've had a heat advisory all summer, because I feel like we've had a lot of 90-degree days. I guess just not 3 in a row.
It feels like it's been a pretty warm summer. Obviously, there's been so much going on in the world. It's hard to keep track of the weather in particular. But yeah, I would agree. I'm shocked at that.
I'm not going outside every day to commute to work. So I just am like, oh, it rained yesterday?
I know. I did. I will say, and I don't know if I get in this habit, when we came back from Michigan right after 4th of July, I was not too quick to get outside, because I got in this rhythm of just kind of being inside and working, and so it took a second to get back out there, which we did this past weekend. Who else is in here right now? Lisa says, it's too hot to go in our pool. I became a hot tub in the heat.
Everybody's always like, come over, our pool has a heater, but this is the time of year you want the pool to be cool as possible.
There may be nothing worse than jumping in a warm pool when you want it to be cool.
Or you get in, it's just lukewarm bath water.
Linda says, hope you're able to keep cool. Love commercial free. Thank you. Yeah, Linda, thanks for listening. So, it's going to cool down, I don't know, in August or something like that. Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
But 90 degrees again tomorrow as well. Heat index, a little bit cool. I think 92. And then we're in the 80s the rest of the week, which that'll feel like a cool breeze. If you've gotten used to that weather, it's nice. But one of the things that's been nice and is about summer, baseball is back. Yankees and Mets over the weekend, which is awesome. They played at Citi Field, of course, Saturday night. Last night at Yankee Stadium. It's interesting, though, that this is going to happen through the entire Major League Baseball season. The away announcing team, so when the team goes on the road, the announcers don't leave. They don't go to that stadium. So they just watch the game on TV. So
so interesting.
The Mets announcers last night on TV were actually at Citi Field watching the game in the broadcast booth at Citi Field while it was happening at Yankee Stadium, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Now, normally this is when I would go to New York's Country 94.7 sports desk, and we would ask Katie for her review. But we pulled in some
sports.
we pulled in some ringers from our sister station, Moose and Maggie, and they were talking about the game that happened, I guess, the whole weekend as well at Yankee Stadium and Citi Field too.
Into how close to game ready both of these teams are. And bottom line, if you are a Yankee fan, you hope this is exactly what the team looks like come opening day. Hitting was on point.
Boom.
Pitching looks crisp.
Boom!
If you're a Mets fan, well, things could have been better.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Maggie.
So, thank you, unintended guest, Moose and Maggie from our sister station. The most listened to sports station on the planet Earth, by the way. So, happy to have baseball back for sure. Thanks. Could have been better. Tomorrow, so today's commercial-free Monday we talked about, and then tomorrow, this is I love this feature that you do. It's back-to-back. It's about the ladies. Talk to us about back-to-back.
Okay, so the back-to-back is all female, all women. We do this from 1:15 to 1:30. I play 4 songs every week. Sometimes they're great old school throwbacks, like a fun Faith Hill song, or then it's like a brand new song you probably never heard before from an artist like someone like Stephanie Quayle or Ingrid Andress, Tennille Townes. We do this every Tuesday at 1:15, and tomorrow featuring new music from the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks, who released a new album on Friday. Carly Pierce, Miranda Lambert, who is about to have another #1 song, and a brand new song from Cam, which came out on Friday, and she played it for us on Instagram Live. It's called Classic, and it's lovely. I love Cam so much. So that will be the lineup tomorrow. Not to give it all away, but it will be fun. We'll have the girls on. They'll talk about all of the music and what they've been up to.
I should have put on the screen. It's 1:15 on Tuesdays. So
yeah, just something fun we do.
Speaking of Cam, who's awesome, do you want to give a little story about Cam? What happened on which you did an amazing job on Instagram Live. But occasionally, sometimes when we're at shows and we're like backstage and there's celebs there, but every now and then we'll kind of notice someone watching. So who was watching and commenting on your Cam interview the other day?
So I tried very hard to keep my cool during this interview, and I think I did. But as I was interviewing Cam, Rita Wilson, who is also a country artist, and the wife of Tom Hanks was watching. And she was commenting like, oh my gosh, love Cam. This is so much fun. And the whole time I'm like, oh my God, do you think Tom Hanks is sitting next to his wife watching this? And I suddenly was just like, I'm 1 degree from Tom Hanks in this moment.
Yeah.
Maybe he is watching. And I got off as soon as the live ended, I called Mike Allen and we were both screaming. We were like, Rita Wilson was watching.
It's like, I know I called you about something else. And you were like, did you say he was watching?
I know.
So
I blacked out the rest of the interview. I love Cam. I'm sure she did the same thing because she was watching the comments come in too.
Everybody trying to stay cool, but obviously we love Rita Wilson. Love also Yankee Steffi, who says hi, Jesse and Katie.
Hi,
she's so excited for Yankees baseball to be back. Like we all are, right? And the Mets and everybody. It's awesome.
Yeah, you know me in sports. Wow, I couldn't be more excited.
Well, we'll just, send you over to pay for some $15 beers and not pay attention to the game, and that'll be just like Katie Neal at Citi Field or Yankee Stadium. That'll be good.
Pretty much all the time in New York City. I do feel bad though that they're playing without fans because I feel like whenever I had to play like a high school game or something, like a club volleyball game, there was no people there. It really sucked the energy out of the place.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being in a completely empty stadium.
I think it's kind of like gym
eerie.
class, right? Yeah, it's sort of. I imagine it feels like batting practice, but they're pumping in crowd noise, so there's that.
They are.
Yeah, the weird thing too, because the announcers are there and the only ones there and the only ones like talking at full volume, that they can hear everything the announcers are saying, like up behind them in the booth. So I'm sure you're going to have a lot of friendly baseball announcers. This guy, he's going to do a lot better this year.
Today.
He'll be great today, I'm sure, because they could, I'm sure they'll be yelling
a lot of dirty looks up to the press box. Yeah,
exactly. This story on New York's Country 94.7.com. If you want to check it out, Instagram has decided they're going to jump in with a rival TikTok feature. Is it called Reel or Reels?
I think it's Reels. And I'm just frustrated because I feel like I just got the hang of TikTok and I was like really ready. Maybe I was going to try one of those dances, and now I got a new thing we got to learn. So What did you?
It's going to be called. This was the alternate name, Gram. I don't even know if I if I said that right. But okay, correct me if I'm wrong. The Instagram stories, I believe that was from Snapchat. Basically, not from Snapchat, but the concept was we want it to be more Snapchatty. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, Instagram stories came out like I feel like a year or so after everyone had been snapping all the time. And then we had to learn Instagram stories, which I still don't like saying. Like snaps was so easy to say. Like send me a snap. Instagram story is like, oh, it's got a better name for that. So I like Reels. That's better.
That's better. Okay. Or if Reels has already been taken, they'll go with Gram.
Rolls right off the tongue.
I can't even say it in the test phase, so that's not a good sign. Let's say, especially with Judge and Stanton home runs in the bleachers, no one to grab the baseballs. Kim talking about the Yankees game.
Oh, that's so true.
It's just such a weird thing, isn't it?
It's so weird.
There is that. So let's talk about, I think, did we mention this with Disney? Obviously, Disney is now open. They have made a change, and I think it's important because I think that sometimes when we're walking around New York and everybody's masking up and doing a pretty good job, but the people that get food or drink and the mask comes down, the coffee, or in my case, the berry hibiscus is being drank. It's like, well, why does everybody eating get a pass on the mask as they're walking around? Disney has changed this now. Walt Disney World's saying they're requiring guests to be stationary while eating or drinking. So basically, you get your big Mickey Mouse ice cream cone or whatever it is, you just got to stand there because obviously people are walking around.
I mean, that totally makes sense. I wish they would add to that you have to, like, if you're going to be on your phone, also be stationary because people are always on their phone and looking and not paying attention. But I see what you're saying about the food and walking around. Because even like this morning, I went to grab a nice coffee and I had my mask on and I took it off to take a sip and I was like, oh, this seems very counterproductive. But it's hard to like slip the straw under the mask. It doesn't.
I think that's why they're wanting people to stay stationary. Because we did like a lap around the block here on the Upper West Side. And as much as I was missing street fairs through, this entire summer, it's kind of become like a giant street fair out there.
That's definitely what it feels like.
Walking in the street and there's drinks and they've got roads closed off. And I'm like, it feels like there's just a few too many people out here. But
I know, and it's weird because I feel for the food and bev industry because there's all these like people can't have their drinks outside of a restaurant, so everybody's doing walktails. But if we take away, if you have to have your mask on and you have to be stationary, where are you going to go with your walktail and getting the food? And it's just getting very.
And then at what point are you into like walking in with an open alcohol container? And
it gets a little.
It's kind of weird. So let's make it not weird, and let's focus on Commercial-Free Monday, which is all good. Hosted until 3:00 by Katie Neal. Then at 3:00, I take over. All your requests, everything you've ever wanted to know about the life and learning the elevator and Mike Gallen putting kids to bed, it's all going to happen without commercials here on Commercial-Free Monday. So we're excited for that. So thanks to Katie Neal for jumping on. It was good. Thanks to everybody that commented. Stay cool. Jump in the pool. I hope the pool's not warm.
Have lots of water.
Throw some ice in there. So whatever you do. Bye, everybody.